Welcome back, everyone. Thanks for joining me at the WiZKER channel. The WiZKER is a patent-pending skincare brush that makes it easier than ever before to prevent and remove razor bumps and ingrown hairs from the skin. Now, I want to get into it right away because I'm just so excited to be here. This is the intro video for the second half of the Zero Razor Bump Challenge. The first part of the challenge, the first half of the challenge, we talked about treating ingrown hairs, and you also saw the shaving tips, and you also saw how bad it was for me. I had to actually go through and after a proper shave find out that I had all these bumps on my skin. After that, you saw me shave, and then I used the WiZKER after day 6, and I lifted them and I exfoliated, and introducing exfoliation, I was actually able to remove those ingrown hairs that had cropped up over day 6, and by day 7, 8, and 9, you saw that I healed and my skin was looking fresher and fresher. And now I'm actually growing. You can see I'm a little wolfed out because I'm actually getting ready for the second half of the challenge, which I'm very excited about. But what I'm going to do in this video is before I get into the ground rules of the prevention part of the Zero Razor Bump Challenge, I want to talk a little bit about knowing the skin you're in. And that's sort of a mantra that I ascribe to the WiZKER philosophy. WiZKER philosophy, as you've probably read, or if you haven't, go check it out on the About section. We're about upstream solutions, looking for the problem and preventing it, not just looking to quick fix, take the magic pill, the magic bullet, and you already have the problem. No, we want to see how we can prevent the problem. So upstream solutions, preventing the cancer from happening as opposed to treating the cancer when it arrives. Prevention is better than cure. So part of that holistic approach has to do with the WiZKER being your skincare coach. We want to focus on helping you eliminate the trial and error that comes in trying different products and different pieces of advice. And to do that, to empower you with those tools, I want to give you an analogy because it helps frame how our approach is very similar. And the analogy or the similarity is in fitness and health and dieting. There are lots of different people, bloggers, doctors, authors, giving advice on how to be fit, how to be healthy, what to eat, but advice isn't a one-size-fits-all type of thing. It's not off the rack. You need to know what you're bringing to the table. You need to figure out what your body is. You need to figure out your digestion, your BMI, all these other issues, your digestion, all the factors that play into your metabolism, all these issues, physical concerns that you may have before you take someone's advice and know what to do with that advice, because the advice may be good, but not good for you. So that's the analogy. And in the same way, there's a lot of advice out there from people talking about ingrown hairs and razor bumps. Like, for example, I watched this video blog, and this lady said that to prevent ingrown hairs, you should shave twice a day. Now, I'm sure maybe for some people that might work. I would advise against it, and I'll get into reasons why. But for me, because I know the skin I'm in, that's our mantra, because I know the skin I'm in, that's not good advice for me. Because number one, after a clean or close shave, I don't wolf out until day 3 or 4, and you can see that in the video. For some people, they literally get a 5 o'clock shadow. They shave at 9, and by 5, they're wolfing out. But that's not the case for me. And if I were to shave that many times, I would expose myself to razor burn and ingrown hairs. I may not get razor bumps because the whole premise behind razor bumps is that the hair comes out and then comes back in. But ingrown hairs, the hair might come up a little bit throughout the day, but the constant shaving and the pulling will mean that that hair will be deeper and deeper in not the epidermis, but the dermis of the skin, and it'll be trapped in there, and I'll get ingrown hairs, definitely. So that's not good advice for me because I know the skin I'm in. So aside from this being an intro video for the second half of the Zero Razor Bump Challenge, I'm also, during the course of the days in that challenge, the challenge, as you remember, is a 9-day challenge, I'm going to give 10 important questions you should answer to know the skin you're in. And answering these questions will help you get a good idea of what your hair makeup is, what your skin is comprised of, what its essential traits and characteristics, so that these tools, the answer to these questions will actually empower you and give you the focus. So when you do run up against any advice, you know, okay, that's not right for me because I know I have oily skin, or I know that I have a different kind of skin issue. I know that in the same analogy with the weight loss, okay, I'm not going to do Atkins because too much meat is not good, or I saw my doctor, or I got different advice, or I might need more sugar in my diet or less sugar. I can't eat too much fruit. So you have to know who you're working with. You have to know the car you're driving around. Your skin is the largest organ in your body, or of your body. I think the second largest organ is your liver, but your skin is the largest organ. So that takes us to number one of the 10 important questions that you need to know, or you need to answer, to know the skin you're in. So number one is, I've compared your skin to a car or something you drive around. What are you doing with it? What's your skin routine? That's number one. So you need to answer questions like, what are you doing to your skin? Do you put it in the sun for 7 hours a day? Do you put a lot of makeup on it, or clog your pores with different kinds of thick, viscousy lotions that don't allow your skin to breathe and let your follicles grow out in a natural direction? That is number one. You need to focus on what is your skin routine. What are you doing with your skin? In the same way you go out and you buy a new coat, or you buy a new handbag, or what have you. How are you treating that piece of property? How are you treating that thing? Because if you expose yourself to too much sun, by the time you get older, you'll have a lot of wrinkles. There'll be a lot of damage. So that's number one. The next 9 important questions you need to answer to know the skin you're in will be presented on all of the 9 days of the Zero Razor Bump Challenge. So I'm excited to be doing this again with you today. I'm actually at the new complex, the Info Commons in the Brooklyn Public Library. So I'm a little high definition today. So you'll have to appreciate the system, because before I was just using my little iPhone. But now I'm excited. Awesome to have you join me again. As always, stay smooth.